All right, Coach, just to make sure we can hear you, just count to 3 real quick. Coach, can you hear us?
Yeah. Go ahead, talk now.
All right, Coach, can you hear me now? Coach, can you hear me? Hello, Coach, can you hear me?
Hey, Coach, can you hear us?
Stand by, Coach. Sorry.
We'll get rolling here with questions for Coach Traylor. JJ?
Hey, Jeff, how's it going today?
Awesome. How are you, JJ?
I'm well, thank you. Are we still on track to play today, as on Saturday today? Are you still, as of today?
We're still rolling. Every time my phone rings, I'm nervous when I look down at it, but we're good to go. We got through practice today. We're still healthy, and tomorrow's a big day. Obviously, got the old COVID test. You used to be worried about final exams and tests during the season. We got all kinds of tests we're worried about this semester.
Do you guys get those results back the same day now?
In the evening, but it is the same day.
Okay, Greg?
Have you guys been testing Monday, Thursday, Friday for a while? Was that a change from earlier in the season?
No, sir. It's been that way.
Okay. I wasn't sure. For a second, I thought it was on Wednesdays at some point, but I guess this is the routine. Did you have any new developments with contact tracing? I know when we talked yesterday, it seemed like it was still kind of up in the air.
We're good. I mean, I say we're not good, but we're done. We've got it all finalized. Yes, sir.
Gotcha. You mentioned yesterday that Wednesday is kind of the tough day of practice, and you wanted to see if the group was sharp through there. What did you see from today's session?
Today's the best we've ever been. We executed it. We've never been that good. So it was a really uplifting day. As good as we've looked, and we're just thin. We're going to put a team out there that's going to play hard Saturday. We're just very, very thin. We need to get through the game with no injuries, which is almost impossible in the game of football, but we need that to happen Saturday. Did you play like we did today and stay injury-free?
Was it a surprise to you to see that level of performance, given that you're a little bit thin around the roster?
I don't want to say surprise because that might sound like we didn't expect to look that good today, but it was a very pleasant surprise. We were very crisp and sharp. It was a beautiful day outside. Kids had a lot of energy, a lot of juice. Passion is our culture pillar of the week. Saw a great video on Deion Sanders back when prime time was playing in the day. Sarge, Coach Williams, 24-year veteran. Today's Veterans Day. He came and talked to our team about what passion meant to him, and the kids really responded and practiced a lot of passion today.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that message from Coach Williams. What did he tell the group about passion, and what did it mean to them to hear that from someone with his perspective?
Sarge served in the Army 24 years, and we always in our team, we always talk about what trust is. And trust is truth over time. And Sarge just talked to him about how there's nothing more valuable to somebody than their life, and you got to trust the man on the left, the man on the right, the guy in the back, the guy in the front to do their job, and you want to be doing that job passionately. You want to be very locked in, enthusiastic, focused. So he did a really good job of describing to the team what passion meant to him in his 24 years of serving our country.
Okay, anything else for Coach Traylor? All right, thanks. We'll get some players in here in a second.
Thanks, Chef.
Thank y'all. God bless. Birds up.
Okay, Rashad, while they're going to reframe the camera, can you just count to 3, make sure we can hear you?
1, 2, 3.
All right. Okay, Keith, are you ready on the camera? There, okay.
Yep, I'm good.
All right. We'll take questions for Rashad Wisdom. JJ?
Hey, Rashad, how's it going today?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad, thanks. Hey, last week when Coach told you guys the game was going to get canceled, what was the mood among the players?
Everyone was definitely disappointed at first. Everyone was really excited to go and have another game and be able to, just the fact that we prepared all week and we were grinding. Everyone was really ready to play this week, but ultimately I feel as though we good. Yeah, we're okay. My bad. Ultimately, I feel as though it kind of benefited us in the end, just from the fact that we were able to get somewhat of a little bye week, and just everyone's able to kind of relax and just get back and get their bodies feeling a little bit better without having to the physicalness and just the whole having to play another game. So I feel like everyone was definitely disappointed at first, but it ultimately benefited us in the in the end.
Coach Traylor just told us you guys had one of your better practices. You think that's part of the reason why just everybody's a little more fresh?
Yeah, I feel that, just like I was saying, I feel the same way. I feel like everyone feels a little bit better, just as far as their bodies and mentally. And like I said, I just feel like having that little bye week definitely helped us. And, just like you said, we couldn't, like Coach Traylor said, I feel like we had one of our better practices. And, that's just, I feel like it's just because everyone's been feeling a little bit better, more than usual.
Okay, Greg, you're up.
Rashad, what did you do with the 2 days off? Coach Traylor was saying it's the first time you guys have really had that kind of an opportunity since the summer.
Really, I was just trying to catch up on sleep. That's one of the biggest things because, like I said, just with my body and stuff like that. So really, just catch up on sleep, kind of relax and unwind. Got to be with my family a little bit more, and just get back to living a normal life for a little bit until we had to get back to the grind of everything.
You mentioned it's kind of a break mentally too, but is there a challenge to kind of having something throw off your guys' routine like this? It had been the same, week after week through the season so far.
I mean, I feel as though sometimes it can be, but as far as us, I feel like it definitely benefited us pretty well. And just like Coach Traylor said, I feel as though, this week has been one of our, better weeks of practice. And I just feel that just because everyone's, more mentally, fresh and, physically fresh as well.
Are practices any different because of the guys who are out? Maybe because the roster is thin in a couple places? Does that have any impact?
No, we just like we've been saying the whole year, just next man up mentality, just keep going, keep grinding. Practice has been pretty much the same. And everyone just, like I said, everyone's been flying around. So, I mean, like I said, next man up and we just keep on going.
Do you anticipate it having any impact in the game being thin in certain areas?
No, just like you said, just make next man up. Whoever's in at that time, you have to step up. And everyone practices, everyone gets reps. So just do your job, and everyone should be on top of their stuff.
You guys have talked a lot through the year about that kind of next man up mentality with this, but is it strange when the roster is so fluid? You might have guys come back Thursday or Friday and play in the game, or you might have guys who are here one day and gone the next. Is that sort of tough to roll with as a player, or how do you approach that?
Just as far as that, you just got to be as mentally and physically prepared as you can be. Things might change, day in and day out, and just based off that, you just have to be able to adjust at any time. And I feel like so far we've done a pretty good job at that, and so we just got to keep on going and just prepare for anything at any time.
Do you feel any nerves about, like, what if more positive tests come up, or what if something happens and the UTEP game has to get canceled?
No, just as far as that, we're gonna keep on preparing as you know, as we do any other week. Just like I said, we're gonna have to just adjust to anything that does pop up. But as far as now, you know, we're pretty locked in on, you know, playing this week and going with the guys that we have as of right now.
As one of the leaders on the team, do you talk to the other guys about trying to keep that focus and about not letting those things kind of creep in or become a distraction?
Yes, most definitely. You know, you know, just stay focused, stay locked in. And you know, I feel as though the whole team does a good job of that. Good job of that as well. You know, everyone stays on top of each other. You know, making sure that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing on and off the field. And you know, and that's just you know, just part of what our coaches you know, tell us and be honest about. So I feel like everyone's been doing a good job of that and making sure everyone's accountable of, you know, just doing what we're supposed to be doing.
All right, thanks, Rashad. We'll get Taiki in there next.
Here's
Thank
Scott.
y'all. Thank y'all.
They got to reframe it because you're taller than each other. And Taiki, while they're reframing the camera, just count to 3. Make sure we can hear you.
You said what?
Just count to 3 to make sure we can hear you.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. All right, we'll take questions for Taiki Ogo Kellogg. Greg?
Taiki, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm wondering, what has it meant for you to be able to get on the field and play a significant role the last couple times you guys have been out there?
I mean, well, it's mean a lot to me personally. Man, to know I can finally get out there and just like be able to help everybody on the field and help everybody else. It really means a lot.
How have you felt about your play so far?
I felt pretty good. I feel like I should have, like, with some of those catches on the sideline, I feel like I could probably concentrate more with the catches. But overall, pretty good.
How would you describe what you bring to your offense overall?
What I bring to the offense is, I mean, really anything they need. I'm just somebody that's, I mean, if you need me to go anywhere, I'm gonna go do it.
Do you think because of your height that you offer kind of a different weapon to the group? Does that change what you guys can accomplish offensively?
I mean, yeah, my height does most definitely help a lot. Being a 6'5" receiver, I mean, you're hardly ever going to go against any 6 foot corner. So, I mean, the advantage is already there. So, yeah, I feel like being 6'5", yeah, helps a lot.
So for you, what were the biggest challenges to getting on the field or being able to carve out this kind of a role earlier in the season?
For me, it's just more, it's just me, like, personally. I just had to get back in the rhythm of everything, and thank God that everything just went right as planned.
What can you tell us about your injury situation? Do you feel 100% now?
Yes. Oh, I feel great now. It was a little process with everything, and it took a little longer than I expected and I wanted to, but man, I feel great now.
How long were you out? What was that recovery process like?
I got hurt in the after the 3rd game of last season, and was out for the rest of the season last year. And I mean, I was out. I mean, I couldn't really do much running and stuff till, like, I think it was February, and it's been a process of getting back in the speed of everything.
Oh, so really this fall you've been dealing with the same kind of injury you dealt with last year?
Nah. I mean, no, not really. I mean, I'll tweak it every now and then, but no, it's pretty good. Yeah.
Did that make it a challenge to pick up a new offense? I know a lot has changed with the new coaches coming in here.
Yeah. The Zoom calls when the virus first started happening, the Zoom calls really helped a lot. We had a lot of time just being together in the little Zoom calls, getting the plays down, learning playbook. It was. I mean, it was a little difficult at first, but I mean, it's coming to good. It's coming along pretty well now.
Coach Traylor has told us that your nickname is Potential. How do you feel about that?
I mean, at first, I kind of like, I didn't really think too much of it because I didn't really see what he saw, like in the vision of what he has. I mean, I didn't really take too much on the word, but it just kept calling me that every day, and it kind of just stuck with me, and I'm trying to live to it.
What does that word mean to you?
To me, it means that I have all the ability in the world. It's just cannot reach it.
So how do you do that? What's the key to turning potential into production?
Coming to work every day, doing everything you're supposed to, with perfect effort, being on time to everything. Just try to do everything the right way.
Yeah, along those lines, Coach Traylor said he's been working with you to get everything right off the field to make sure you're bought into the team culture and that sort of thing. What's that process been like for you?
I mean, the process has been a little, it's been a little bumpy, but I mean, at the end of the day, I get to wake up every morning, come to practice, count my blessings. So it's been good.
Yeah, he mentioned that you've been, working on discipline, he said, and taking care of some of these little things. What are those like little things or little bumps in the road that might have been a challenge for you?
Well, one of them was just try, cause with the pandemic and everything, I didn't really have a computer back home or at my house to do my schoolwork. So it was I kind of fell behind in schoolwork, so I had to catch up and do all that. And that's really about it. Just trying to stay on top of everything now as we get to the end of the semester.
Yeah, is there anything else off the field that they've been working with you on or that they're stressing with you, want you to do differently? Anything you can point to?
No, it's just talking to myself like in a positive way more, because I've been through a lot, and it's just I can get down really easy, and sometimes I need somebody to pick me up and keep my head high, and I mean, he's there to do it, and it helps. So I'm just trying to stay in a positive direction.
When you say you've been through a lot, what are the biggest challenges that you think of that you had to push through to get to this point where you are now?
One of them was my friend passing away back home, and that was really one of my best friends, and it was tough trying to get through it, because I mean he was just one of my best friends, my right hand man, and it was just tough, like being away from home, my family, and just trying to get through all that.
I'm really sorry to hear that, man. Was that this year? What happened?
No, it was a couple years ago, but like when the anniversary comes around, it's just like it hits me hard.
What was his name? Do you mind sharing?
Caleb Radford.
So do you see a difference in yourself, from the start of the year, from previous years till now, just in terms of how you've tried to work through these things or how you handle a lot of that stuff that becomes difficult?
Yeah, I've grown a lot mentally. Just trying to be like in a positive way, and try to keep a smile on my face.
It was funny, Coach Traylor told us that one day, I guess it would have been a couple weeks ago now, you texted him that you're just trying to stack good days on top of each other. I know that's one of his big mottos. Is that something, why did that particularly resonate with you?
Because, every day you go through trials and tribulations. Like, it could be small, big. Like, you're probably going to go through something that changes your mood through the day. And, if you can work through it and just keep trying and keep giving it your all and keep trying to stack good days on top of each other, then, at least you try to give it all. Right? At least you try to give it your all at the end of the day.
So what are the next steps for you to try to continue doing everything right off the field and sort of getting down this team culture path? Is there anything you want to do differently or focus on going forward?
Just focus on keep cheering on for my teammates, keep working hard. It really just anything positive to keep everybody on the same track and everybody in good hopes for the end of the season.
Is that a different mentality or approach compared to last year? Do you see some changes in yourself?
Yeah. Mentally, last year, the difference I could tell from last year and this year. Last year, mentally, I kind of gave up on myself a little early. Like if something wasn't going my way in practice or in the game, I kind of just think about it and sit on it all day during practice or the game. And I feel like now this year, I've kind of worked better on next play mentality. So I feel like I've done really good mentally.
Was there somebody or something that got you to switch that mentality, or how did that change come about for you?
Yeah, the coaches helped, and then with everybody buying into the culture, that helped also because everybody's trying to push everybody. So if everybody's gonna do it, and you're the only one that's not like it's kind of sitting out, then you're gonna try to want to join. So I think that's some good motivation.
How's the academic side going for you? I know it's sort of a challenge right now with all the online classes and everything being so different.
Yeah, at first it was difficult because with everything online, trying to stay on top of everything. But now, it's really good having study hall. Man, I have time for study hall and get that extra work done. It's looking really good for the end of the semester.
And then the last thing is, we talked to Frank Harris, and he said you two are pretty close and that you guys have a pretty good relationship. What's your relationship like with Frank? How do you describe it?
On my official visit, he was my host. Really since day one, he's been there for me and been positive. When I first came in, he was really I guess my QB1, as you would say. It's just me and him. The quarterback's gonna have his receiver, and now I was his receiver. We just grew. Our relationship just grew off that, and it's grew to. On the field we can really do anything if we just stay on the same page.
And I know he's also one of the leaders on the offense. Is he a guy that off the field you feel like you can talk to and he can help you with some of these other things?
Oh yeah, me and Frank, yeah, we'll text each other and just joke around. Like if I drop the pass during practice, we'll after practice he'll joke with me, say he'll just joke with me and then after be positive. So he's somebody I can really look up to as a positive person just to look for information from.
Got it. Awesome. Thank you, Taiki. It was good to talk to you.
Thanks, Taiki. We'll get Dadrian in there next. Okay, Day, while they're reframing the camera, just count to three. Make sure we can hear you.
1, 2, 3.
Yep. Looks like we're ready to go here with questions for Dadrian Taylor. Greg, go ahead.
Dede, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. You?
I'm doing well. Coach was just telling us that you guys had a really strong practice today. How did you feel about how you guys played out there?
I feel like it was good practice. I feel like we definitely could have went harder. I felt like it wasn't our best practice of the week yet. We had a very good practice yesterday, in my opinion. But it was still a good practice all in all, so I feel really good about it.
In general, have you seen kind of a different level with the guys this week? How does these practices compare to earlier in the season?
Oh, yeah, we definitely picked it up earlier in the week because of the cancellation of the last game. Everybody's just being eager to get back out there and get better every day, just stack great days.
Yeah, what was your first reaction to that postponement with Rice? How did that hit you?
It kind of caught me off guard, but I mean, it ended up working out though because it was my birthday and I got to see my son too. So yeah, that was actually good.
Well, that's pretty good. Yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you.
So, but what were the emotions within the team? Just like going through so many physical practices last week, and then you come back and you're not able to play. Is that sort of a tough blow for the guys in a way?
Yeah, it was. It kind of had everybody shook for a second because it definitely wasn't what we were expecting. We were expecting to have a little mini practice and then get ready to head off to Houston, but change of plans just happened.
How do you guys sort of keep focus from the mental side when something throws off your routine like that? Is that a challenge at all?
Not really with this group of guys. I feel like we got a special group of guys this year who are like we're set on making it happen. What we want to happen, we want a bowl game. We really want to win out, and we just got to do that by coming to work every day, working harder than we did yesterday.
Yeah, you mentioned that you got to spend your birthday with your son and things like that. Do you think everybody kind of benefited from having a couple of days away from football for the first time, really since the summer? It seems like.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I feel like it definitely helped people heal who needed to heal. It was just a time to get away and have a little free time, a little time to spend with your family. You know what I'm saying? Just it was good to just take the wear and tear off our bodies, have a little bye week.
That said, obviously, with the COVID tests and the contact tracing that we've seen, the roster is a little bit thin compared to what you're used to. Has that had any impact on you guys so far this week?
I mean, earlier in the week it caught us by surprise, but since we started practicing, just next man up, we've been rolling. Everybody's stepping up when they need to, and everybody's just trying to play their part, help the team win.
Do you think being down some guys will hurt your chances of being competitive or playing at the highest level against UTEP?
Definitely not. I think it'll motivate us to play even harder, and just for the guys who can't play, because I know they want to play. It's just not up to their control. You know what I'm saying?
Just for you individually, has it been weird this year with having guys in and out? Maybe a guy tests positive and then some people are not there the next day, or maybe some guys come back late in the week and then they're immediately kind of back in the game just because you need bodies. Like, has it been weird for you as an individual player to see some of the roster shuffles this season?
Definitely, especially when they're not injury related. It's kind of weird, just like practicing with somebody and then the next day them not being there. But it's just got to adapt. This is a different year, unlike any, and we just got to roll with it.
Do you ever face any nerves because of that? Like this week, do you have any concerns? Like, what if we get another positive test and we have to move this game? Is that something you think about at all?
No, I try to keep my mind off of that. I try to keep my mind on just what I got to do, my assignment, how I can help the team in any way.
Do you think your whole team does a good job of that, or do you feel like this does become a distraction at times?
I feel like we do a pretty good job. I don't think anybody's really ever worried about it because for the most part we're pretty safe and we're pretty cautious of it. But you know what I'm saying, things happen, and when they do, we just got to adapt, like I said.
What's been the message from the coaches about kind of staying focused and not letting this stuff get in the way of having some strong results the rest of the season?
We just got to keep the main thing, and that's to win the next football game each week. So everybody keep their mind on that, keep their mind off everything off the field, you know what I'm saying, like the COVID and everything. It'll just help us grow stronger, grow together, and just help us be a better football team.
Is there anything against UTEP in particular that you think is going to be important or that you guys have to take away as a defense?
I feel like we definitely have to stop the run. They're a good team running the football. They very good with time of possession also. So I feel like if we can stop the run early in the game, that'll benefit the defense very well.
Got it. Thank you, man. I appreciate you stopping by.
Yes, sir. No problem.
All right, thanks, Day Day. We'll get Spencer in there next few minutes.
Oh, you said no? Oh, we're to the left of the screen.
Okay, Spencer, just hang on a second. They'll reframe the camera. You can hear me all right?
Can you turn it up a little bit?
Is this better?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, looks like we're ready to go with questions for Spencer Burford. Greg, you're up first.
Spencer, how are you doing today?
Good, and you?
I'm doing well. I'm wondering, what was your reaction to the game against Rice getting postponed? How did that hit you last week?
It hit me pretty hard because, as you know, like the FAU loss took a toll on us, and so we were really looking forward to bouncing back and answering the call and trying to just regain, you know what I'm saying, just the flow of the emotions. And we had a great week of practice. Guys were flying around, doing everything that they were coached to do, really focusing on details. And so whenever we got the news, it was kind of it did hurt a little bit, but we just kept pushing. We're just gonna keep moving forward.
Yeah, Coach said the practices last week had been more physical, that you guys had really returned to that kind of a mentality. Did it make it even more difficult to not have the payoff of a game when you go through a week of practice like that?
I wouldn't say it made it more difficult because at the end of the day, whether we would have had to play or not, we just had to regain ourselves back. So we were just focusing on us at that point. And we just made all the necessary improvements. And so I feel like we're getting back to where we need to be.
You guys obviously went through 8 straight game weeks where things become pretty routine. Is there a challenge mentally when there's sort of an unexpected bump in the road like this? How do you guys stay focused on the rest of the way?
The goal is to win. So in order to win, we're just going to have to keep doing what we've been coached to do. And that means staying locked in, staying focused on the details and fundamentals that we've been coached to do. And we're just going to stick with the game plan. And in order to win games, hard work has to be put in. So that's what we're just going to keep doing.
Coach Traylor told us this is the first time you guys have really had a couple days off since the summer. Like, what did you do with your time off?
What I did with my time, I really just rested, man. Flushed out my legs a little bit, got in the ice tubs just for body recovery purposes. And listen to a little music, play a little game, hang out with the guys. You know what I'm saying? That's all it was for those few days off.
Did you guys really need that break? How much does that benefit you as a group?
It benefits us as a group pretty well. A lot of guys, going 8 weeks straight, and it takes a toll on your body sooner or later. And so those little few days for recovery, it makes a huge difference.
Do you see a difference then this week where the guys are fresher and it has kind of a different look and a different feel? How do you compare it to previous weeks?
You said what?
Do you feel like because of the benefit of that time off that you guys are like fresher, like practices look and feel differently this week? Do you notice anything different?
No, because we just picked up where we left off last week, to be honest. So those few days, it was good for the body, but we just jumped right back on schedule, hitting it hard every day. And we're just going to keep doing that, keep grinding it out.
Does it maybe sort of light a little bit under you guys just because you missed that game and you want to get back into action? I know Coach told us today's practice was really one of the best that he's seen. Did you see anything at all that felt better or at a higher level?
Yeah, the energy was there. Guys, talking a little chitter-chatter here and there. And guys were really into the practice. And it just created a different atmosphere, and it was real fun. And that's what the game was about, having fun, but also at the same time, it's about winning games. So I felt it.
As much as you guys have been, focused and working hard and having good practice sessions, there has to be a level of it being a little bit weird just with the way the roster has fluctuated, whether it's guys out for injuries or guys out because of tests or contact tracing. What's it been like for you to go through that? How do you guys keep pushing forward when the roster is maybe a little bit more fluid than you're used to?
It's just a next man up mentality, really. Regardless of what the circumstances may be, you always have to be prepared. And so guys are going to receive the same coaching that any other player would. You're just going to get coached the same, and they treat everybody the same. So you're just going to have to be ready to step up whenever it's your time and you're calling, just to go out there and make a play for the team.
Have you guys had to do anything differently this week just because you're thin at a couple spots and don't have as many bodies as usual?
No, not really. As far as not having as many bodies, it just gives you more reps, and so you're gonna have to play longer, of course. But as far as that goes, no, nothing really has changed as far as the reps goes. We're still hitting it hard, you know what I'm saying? Still grinding, and we're just taking it day by day, really.
Does it give you any concern for Saturday? Like now, if somebody gets injured, there's just fewer people at certain spots to be able to fill in.
If somebody gets injured, like I said, it's a next man up mentality. We're just going to have to find somebody to step in and fill that spot as far as that goes. You really can't control the circumstances because you never know what it's going to be at any point in time. So you just have to be ready whenever what happens.
And you guys, this applies to every week, but especially this week. Do you have any sort of nerves about if more positive tests arise or if something happens with UTEP that the game could get postponed? Do you think about that at all?
Yes, I do think about it a lot, as a matter of fact, because the numbers are rising, and you can see it in various places that the numbers are rising, especially in Texas. And so guys just going to have to be on their P's and Q's about, social distancing and stuff like that in order for us to play. You're just going to have to keep yourself in the shell for that time being and just stay in the bubble. So we'll have that opportunity to play on Saturday.
Is there anything you have to do to sort of have like a divide where those concerns don't get in the way on the field or don't become a distraction in a negative way?
Say that one more time.
Yeah. So do you have to avoid letting that become a distraction mentally where you don't want to be thinking too much about, well, what if we don't play and things like that? Do you have to sort of separate it once you're in there and actually practicing and things like that?
Yeah. Most definitely. You gotta have a filter in your mind, you know what I'm saying? Not let that bother you too much. Because then you'll think about that too much, and then you may not give as much effort, or we're not playing anyway. And so guys are really hitting it with a positive attitude. And so just flying around the field, continuing to make plays. Coach is doing a great job getting a lot of energy, players into it, and just the practice atmosphere has been great. So I don't think it'll seep into people's minds that well. So whether we play or whether we don't, we still gonna keep practicing the way we have been, and we've been practicing pretty hard, and I like the way we're going.
Assuming everything goes to plan, what are the biggest things against UTEP that you guys have to be aware of as an offense? What are the challenges their defense gives you guys?
Their defense plays with a lot of energy. They fly to the ball. They're good at the point of contact. and we're just gonna have to stick to the scheme that we've been coached to do. And right now we're gonna run the ball, and so we're just gonna have to be physical up front. As far as communication wise, you're gonna have to play hard. I mean, just the things that we're coached to do every day, and so we're just gonna have to take the practice stuff and the things that we've been doing to practice and carry it to the field in the gameplay, and we'll be just fine.
Got it. Thank you, Spencer. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Spencer. Thanks, everyone.
All right.